Assalamu alaikum, Zawad Sharif here, welcoming all TV News. You've just heard the Crown 7 headlines, and let's move on to the details. The anti-discrimination student movement has started the Shahidi March to mark 1 month of the fall of the fascist Sheikh Hasina regime. Students from various institutions, including Dhaka University, gathered at the Raju Memorial Sculpture and began the march at 4 p.m. The event has drawn participation from both students and members of the public from various walks of life. The rally organized by the anti-discrimination student movement was announced yesterday. Participants arrived in groups from various educational institutions with flags and placards in their hands. As part of the schedule, the procession has started at Raju Memorial Sculpture, moving through the key points in the capital, including Nilkhet, New Market, Science Lab, Kolabagan, Dhanmundi, Manik Mia Avenue, Farmgate, Karan Bazaar, Bangla Motor and Shahbag, before concluding at the central Shahid Minar. The students' protest started centering reforming quota system in government jobs in the beginning of July, and it escalated on July 16 when clashes between security forces and pro-government activists and students turned violent. The Supreme Court intervened to roll back the quota decision, but the unrest continued. A renewed wave of anti-government demonstrations saw violent clashes and killings of students and general people by law enforcement agencies that left over 800 people dead and many more injured. Sheikh Hasina resigned from her position on 5th of August. Shortly after that, she and accompanied by her sister Sheikh Hasina left Dhaka via helicopter. The nation witnessed a new Bangladesh with unprecedented unity in last 1 month as the people scrambled to work in smoothly running the country in the changed situation after student mass upsurge, ending the Hasina's 15 years autocratic rule, students coordinator said in this regard. The national unity formed through the student movement led people to tackle crises like flood to hand. The interim government has now taken different initiatives to reform in various sectors, such as government and semi-government institutions, particularly the administration, hoping through this, the good governments will be established in the country. The people who will be in power through election in future must remember that if anyone wants to stay in power, denying people's will or snatching away people's voting rights, he or she will have to face the same consequences as Hasina faced. It is definitely a thing of mental peace and relaxation for the countrymen as the nation is celebrating 1 month of the fall of the autocratic and fascist Hasina, who fled the country to the neighboring India. At the same time, people are also shocked as the students and the people are still suffering the wounds and damages caused by the fascist Hasina. In an interview with Press Trust of India, the chief advisor of Bangladesh's interim government, Professor Muhammad Yunus, has made a strong case for Hasina's return from India to face the trial for atrocities she committed in Bangladesh. The interview conducted last Sunday at the chief advisor's official residence in Dhaka and released today reflects the interim government's commitment to ensuring the justice for the people of Bangladesh. She has to be brought back or the people of Bangladesh won't be at peace. The kind of atrocities she has committed must be addressed through a trial in Dhaka, Yunus said in this regard. He criticized Hasina's political remarks from India, calling them an unfriendly gesture that causes discomfort in both countries. If India wants to keep her until the time in Bangladesh government wants her back, the condition would be that she has to be quiet in this regard. In a significant display of international support, former U.S. President and Nobel Peace Prize laureate Barack Obama, along with 92 other Nobel laureates and 106 global leaders, including elected officials, business figures, and civil society representatives, have extended their congratulations to Dr. Muhammad Yunus, Bangladesh's chief advisor of the interim government. In a joint letter, these prominent global personalities expressed their good wishes for Dr. Yunus, recognizing his leadership and vision for Bangladesh's future. The letter, which is addressed to the people of Bangladesh and citizens of goodwill worldwide, was published as a full-page advertisement in the Washington Post on Wednesday. The letter wished for peace and success for Bangladesh in the coming months and years, reflecting the global community's hope for the country's progress. Referring to what they termed Bangladesh's second independence, the signatories emphasized the vital role of Dr. Muhammad Yunus in inspiring a new generation. The letter also lauded the interim government's commitment to restoring free and fair election in Bangladesh, a significant point of focus as the country prepares for its future political landscape. In their concluding remarks, the international leaders extended their support for Bangladesh's efforts under Dr. Yunus's leadership to build a new and better nation. They expressed their readiness to assist in any way possible to back this endeavor. Outgoing Chief Election Commissioner Qazi Habibul Awal, who tendered his resignation, said that the last general election was controversial due to its lack of inclusiveness. Since the election did not include participation from all the political parties, it became very controversial, which is logical, Awal said at a press conference today, where he announced the resignation of himself and the other election commissioners. Awal admitted that there was no need for vote rigging and exercising influence from the government since it was a one-party election. The election was held within the party. It was within, not between the parties, he said. But in the 53-year history of Bangladesh, there is no instant that any election commission voluntarily resigned, cancelling an election by ignoring the constitution, he said. People were seen demonstrating in front of the EC office. They also threw shoes, targeting the vehicles carrying the commissioners when they were going out of the office. Chattogram-based conglomerates S-Alam Group has taken more than half of the total loans disbursed by Islamic Bank Bangladesh, according to the bank's newly appointed chairman, Obaidullah Al-Masood. Masood shared this information with journalists today following a meeting with Bangladesh Bank Governor Hassan H. Mansour. Other members of the bank's board were also present. Islamic Bank's total loans amounted to over Taka 1.74 lakh crore at the end of June, according to the bank's records. Masood said the group secured the loans by using overvalued assets, and a reassessment of the group's asset is currently underway. Amid ongoing unrest in Asalia, a clash erupted between protesting garment workers and a local group today, leaving at least 30 workers injured. The injured were taken to a nearby hospital for treatment. As tensions escalated, several garment factories along the Baipail Abdullapur Road up to the Jirabo area declared closed for the day. However, the exact number of the factories closed is yet to be confirmed. According to the local sources and injured workers, a group of 50 to 60 locals armed with sticks gathered near several factories in Asalia. As workers exited the factories, the group attacked them, leading to a chase and counter-chase between the two sides. The High Court today directed authorities concerned of the government to exhume the body of BNP leader Haris Chaudhry and carry out DNA tests in order to ensure his identity. The HC Bench of Justice A.K. Asaduzzaman and Justice Muhammad Mahabubul Islam issued the order following a writ petition filed by Haris Chaudhry's daughter, Barrister Samira Tanzim Chaudhry, seeking necessary directives. On January 11, 2022, various media outlets ran reports on Haris's death after his cousin Ashik Chaudhry in a Facebook post claimed that the BNP leader passed away at a hospital in the UK 3.5 months ago and was buried there. Quoting his daughter, some media outlets reported that Haris died of post-COVID complications in a Dhaka hospital and was buried in the capital. And that is all from the newsroom for now. To know updates and videos of this bulletin, please visit our website www.ntvvideo.com. Besides, visit our YouTube and verified Facebook page for updates for NTV's all popular programs and bulletins. Our next bulletin, Shondar Khobor, will be aired in Bangla at 7:30 p.m. Thank you for being with us and have a good time.